Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We close out today's show. I said that one time as we close out, and everybody thought we were not coming back next week. Well, we will be back next week. We will be back, as we celebrate our 17th anniversary. We were starting our 18th year starting next week. That's just amazing. I was just a pup when this started. I was 74 when this started. No, so I'm 101 now. No, it feels like it. Ron Wong is in with us.
Good morning, everybody.
There he goes.
It's a beautiful Saturday morning.
And we had fun. This has been fun, hasn't it?
This has been great fun.
And we've kept Joe Pogger awake almost this entire show.
Joe.
He left twice. I heard the door slam once.
He is a wealth. He is a wealth of information.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Joe. He's the Director of Communications for the FLW. Can't thank you enough for doing this. We're going to do it every year, and that way we'll just grow along with Kendall Jo as she gets older, and we'll just, every year we'll know how old she is, okay?
Yeah, that sounds good to me, guys.
That sounds good.
Now she started walking, so next year we'll see what she's doing.
I wish I could. I'm still working on that, so. Hey, let's close it out. I can't think of a better young man to close it out with on this show today. Golly, we started with Mark Rules. And who do we do? Yeah, Jeff Sprague as the way that
Todd Castledine.
Todd called him that. And that's going to be his name from now on. And then Brian Thrift. And now move right in with Justin Atkins, the defending champion from the Forest Wood Cup last year on Lake Murray. And first of all, good morning, Justin.
Hi, guys. How are y'all?
We're doing great. Now, here we go. We talked to you probably last year, and I know we've talked to you before since then. And Joe was listening in on this with bated breath. I don't know what that means, but I've heard that expression before. But it sounds like a fish or something. But you won it last year, buddy. Here we come. What's the anticipation here? I mean, you've experienced that wonderful feeling. You've been in the Cup one time. This is your second time. Years as a pro, too. So talk about how that changed your life last year, and what is it you feel like as you go into this year knowing what you did last year?
Yeah, it's hard to put in words how it can change your life so instantaneously. Last year I was just a kid that went and lived out a dream getting to fish professionally for a year, and ended it, with every bass fisherman's dream, winning a world championship. And the doors that opened with sponsorship opportunities, just people knowing who you are, growing a fan base, all that's unbelievable. And last year I didn't think I didn't know that I was going to win that tournament. So going into this year, I don't know that I'm going to win this one, but I'm really excited going to it because I know how it can change your life and how awesome of an opportunity it is. And, it can be the most amazing 7 days of bass fishing ever between practice and the tournament. And I'm really excited to get back out there and get started on it. Well, I finish first or 41st, it doesn't matter. It's a great opportunity to capitalize, working with media and growing your brand, and the whole 9 yards. So it's I'm looking forward to it. I hope I never have to miss one in my career.
There you go.
But it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to getting to Wichita, and just kind of, I guess, having getting the full effect, by winning the tournament. I can handle the media.
Yeah, you can.
Aspect of it on the water.
Yeah.
Having cameramen, having that follow boat pressure, all that. Those things aren't going to bother me as much anymore just because I've lived through it now. And so I feel like that gives me a little bit of a leg up on some other guys that could possibly, if me and somebody else were both doing really well the last day, I feel like I'll have a leg up on them in that aspect. So there's a lot more to getting a big victory than just the money and the trophy. It really matures you as a whole in your career.
And I think coming out of, and Ron had mentioned this, coming out of, you got that college part out, the University of Alabama. You had that, so you're 28 years old. You've done something that a lot of people just dream about, but I think you cut your teeth in what I think, and Joe the Pogger will agree with this, and Ron will agree with this. Get that education, get that behind you, and I know the times you probably feel older than 28 sometimes, but I know you and you've had a chance, if I'm not mistaken, to talk to some friends. I read another great story about David Brown. It just came out today on the FLW site. an interview he did with you, and you talked about your advice from Jordan Lee and also Brad Knight. So
Yes, sir.
there are people out there that still want to give you advice, and you listen, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. That's the great thing about our sport is, it's a big competition, but at the same time, it's a big family. And, Jordan's one of my best friends. We've been friends for a really long time. And of course, I reached out to him because he had just lived through winning the Classic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but Brad's an awesome example.
He won it at Lake Washita. Yeah.
He actually won it at Washita.
Yeah.
But he saw immediately that this was an outstanding opportunity for a young guy.
Yep.
He had been in the sport for a long time, and he was quick to say, "Look, if you need anything,
Isn't that great? Yeah.
please ask." And I jumped on that immediately and talked to him about some things, and that's what makes the sport awesome is the people that we all take care of each other at the end of the day.
You're absolutely right about that. I remember, Justin, when I first met you last year at the Forest Wood Cup, Melinda Hayes says, "Hey, I want you to meet somebody over here. He's become the newest member of the Costa Pro staff, and
That's cool.
And just talking with you there, you're calm, cool, and collected.
Oh, he was.
He was.
You should have seen
tanks.
You should have seen what was inside of him, though. So.
But you were talking about how winning opens a lot of doors to you, and I mean, you have some wonderful sponsors too, don't you?
Absolutely.
You got a lot more now than you did. Yeah, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it definitely grew a little bit for sure. And I if possible, I'd love to take a minute just to kind of thank all of them.
Go to it, buddy.
Of course, I'm running a Ranger boat again this year.
Good for
best
you.
boat
Yeah.
made. And one of the best things I've done this year is putting a Evinrude G2 on the back of it. That motor's so fuel efficient.
That's awesome, man.
And powerful. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Technology's just on another level with all the electronic shifting and electronic gas pedal that comes with it and all that. It's just I can't describe it until you just go drive one. And,
Yeah.
I credited a lot of my success last year. I won 2 brush pile tournaments, one being the Cup and one being a BFL Super Tournament, and that was due to Humminbird Mega Imaging. I was running Humminbirds last year, and I hope I'm running in the rest of my career. Prime 1 Camo and Costa Del Mar.
Hey, there you go. Prime 1 Camo. That's Stacy Walker. I was so glad you got that in there. I'd been in real trouble.
Oh, yeah.
She's on the show. She's on the show next week, and if you hadn't mentioned that, you just made it. Okay, so Prime 1 Camo.
Well, they started out with me, and
they did.
Took a leap of faith with a rookie, and I owe a lot to them helping me get out there. And last but not least is Berkeley and Abu Garcia. That was a big one that I was able to create a partnership with this year, and they've been awesome. The products, if you're not throwing Abu Garcia rods and reels, you're not throwing your bait far enough, and you're not feeling all the bites you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
And Berkeley's just turned around and invested a lot of money back into this industry and back into this sport, really just pumping it back up and getting big into the tournament fishing. And they've come out with a new line of soft plastics and top waters and hard baits. And I'm super excited to have gotten to get in on this partnership when all that was starting. It's really exciting times to be using Berkeley products, and I'm looking forward to the future. The future's really bright for bass fishing right now.
Well, I know that you're heading. We got just a few minutes here. Talk about what you expect over at Washita.
I had to go over and do a little filming earlier in the year, and then I went and pre-practice the last week, and it's going to be more of your typical late summer.
Yes.
Dog day summer tournament. Lake Murray was really special last year. We had a lot of rain, cooler summer for the most part, and it kept that lake from thermoclining.
Yeah.
The fish were really, they were really biting, and it was really good. I don't foresee Washita taking 20 pounds a day to win.
No.
But at the same time, some guy's going to figure it out, and he's going to make it look easy compared to everybody else. And
well, you'd like that to be you.
$300,000. I'd love for it to be me.
Yeah,
I would
because
love for it to be me.
I was looking this thing up before we let you go that only 3 guys have ever won back-to-back consecutive major championships. Rick Clunn, Kevin Van Dam, and I think you know the other guy.
Yes, sir.
Jordan Lee.
Jordan Lee.
Yeah. So, hey, we wish you nothing but success. Ron will be there next week,
see you
Justin, and he'll be taking care. You'll know him. He's running around as fast as he can. You
he
know,
knows me.
Oh, yeah.
And we hope to talk
Look
to you.
forward to seeing you.
Hope to talk to you down the road, buddy. Go get them, okay?
Thank you, guys. Thank you
All
for having me
right.
on.
Take care.
you.
I'll see
All
you
right.
next week.
Thank you, Justin. And
Take care.
all right. And Joe is still on. Let me quickly tell you about next week before I thank Joe again. We will have John Gordon will be in the show. We're going to talk to Tommy Cawley, our good friend over at Greers Ferry Lake. He will be part of the Mid-South Hunting and Fishing Extravaganza next weekend, which I will be out there for the 20th anniversary at the Agri Center next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tommy has come. Gary Mason, the founder of the CEO of the Legend of the Outdoor Hall of Fame and the Bethel University Bass Fishing Coach. We're going to talk to Gary. Once again, they continue to do great things. And that Stacy Walker, as Justin mentioned, she is the president of Prime One Camo. Going to have her on. And also going to talk to Justin Lawson. He is with the Quality Deer Management Association. And also talking to the new head man for the Pope and Young, and that's Jason Runzeval. So you can tell we're going to back off on fishing a little bit, but I've got this. Okay, we have got our selections over there. Ron, to read out our selections. I put LR by my name. Okay, who are we picking here? Who am I picking?
You know what?
Come on, Ron, read it. We're running out of time.
All right. You picked Brian Thrift.
Oh, really?
Greg Bohannon.
Okay.
And Cody Meyer. Gee whiz.
I picked Cody Meyer just because he's from your area of the world.
But Cody Myers, you know, here you picked out.
Okay, go ahead.
Everybody, and I said,
who are you
Cody
picking?
Meyer.
Okay.
Scott Martin.
Okay.
Greg Bohannon.
You only get 3 picks. You gonna throw a fourth in there on me?
All
now?
right. Well, I'll throw out Greg Bohannon. I'm gonna say Jeff Sprague.
Okay, Jeff Sprague. Okay. And the weight for 3 days.
53 pounds, 7 ounces.
Did you write that down? Okay.
Written.
Okay, I'm going for 48 pounds.
I win.
No.
How about you?
Hey.
What's your weight? Who do you think, Joe?
Joe can't say that.
Sure he can.
I'm going to pick them all.
Yeah, he's going to pick them all.
There you go.
Well, give
No,
us
I tell you what, I will make a pretty bold prediction for this one.
Okay.
I do think that we see the first ever 2-time Forest Wood Cup champion after this event. Now, there's 4 former Cup winners that are in this event.
All right.
And I think one of them gets it done this year, and this year is the year that we see the first ever 2-time winner.
That's a pretty bold
That's
pick.
bold.
Yeah, we'll have to. Will you keep up with Joe while you're over there to make sure he doesn't go
I
back
don't know.
on that?
Joe goes around. He gets around faster than I do.
Well, I don't know.
He has a big responsibility.
Yeah. With Joe,
of all the media people that he has to kind of keep corralled.
well, I can't send anybody better over there to represent Outdoors of Larry Ray than the man himself. And Ron Wong will be over there. Joe, try your best. He'll go through 3 pairs of tennis shoes over there next weekend. Okay, Joe, thank you. Thank you for being with us, Joe. Appreciate you doing this each year for us, and I know everything's going to go great. Hot Springs is one of my favorite places to visit. A lot of good places to eat, Ron, over there.
Very much. I already got my list out.
Okay.
You know, we ought to have Joe on after the Cup and just kind of recap how everything went.
Joe leaves the country.
Sure.
Joe leaves the
that kind of
country.
stuff.
Joe leaves the country after the Cup.
But that would be great to, as a recap of all the events and everything else.
So in the next couple
Absolutely.
All right, we'll work because Ron will be back on in a couple of weeks, and we'll make sure that you're on with us, Joe. Okay, buddy?
Sounds great. Thank you so much, guys. Ron, we'll see you in a few days.
All right. Take
All
care.
right,
We'll
thank
see you in
you.
a couple of days.
All right. Shelby McCall, the graduate of Cordova High School and University of Memphis, is our new show
Tigers,
producer.
go.
Thank you, Shelby, for being with us today. Thank you, Ron, for being with us. And as we
Larry,
say
thank you
every
much.
year and every day and every dime, it doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport, and
God bless the USA.